When I was in the 5th grade, I wanted to go to this trip, and it was the Bronx Zoo. But my mom said no, and we lived in front of the school at the time. And to be honest, I was outside. I didn't went to school that day, and I was outside looking at everybody going inside the school bus. And it was like the hardest thing to see because I really, really wanted to go to the Bronx Zoo since I love animals. But she said, oh, not next year. And guess what? Next year it never happened. And I remember the first time I went to Bronx Zoo is with my son when he was about toddler years, like 2, 3, around there. And it was my first time ever because I always wanted to go to the Bronx Zoo, but my mom said no to the trip in 5th grade. And that always stuck me to the core. What the hell, that fly? Go away, fly. There you go. That always stuck in my heart, like, oh, man, I could have went to this trip in the 5th grade, and she's saying no. And it really hurt me for a long time because I wanted to go with the class trip, you know. And I was really sad my whole entire life for that, you know. Not sad, but that was in my heart, you know. That was. So then once I had my son, I used to take him to everything that I thought was cool or that he liked it, right? Since he was a really fan of dinosaurs growing up, I used to take him to any dinosaur show, anything that was, you know, any museums about dinosaur, anything, because I always felt like if I know how it feels when you want to go somewhere and you can't. So I always took him. And then in the school trips, I always let him go to every school trip, every single school trip, except recently because he doesn't want to go recently. Like in the 8th grade trips, he doesn't want to go. 7th grade trips, he didn't want to go either. So it was his decision, and I respected that. But I always try to push him to go to these trips because I always felt like you're going to miss out, you know? And I guess he doesn't care, but it just reminds me on that trip that I went to in the 5th grade for the Bronx Zoo. And I just want him to enjoy trips, you know. So now I go to any place I want to go. If I have the time and I have the funds, I will go to my little trips that I go to, my little adventures that I go to, because I don't want to ever feel the way I felt in the 5th grade that I couldn't go to the Bronx Zoo as a class trip. And now I'm 36, I'm over it, but I did feel very, you know, it was sad for a while.